It's been a while, but KHOU 11 baseball analyst, former Major League scout Jeremy Booth is again in studio, along with Luis Ortiz and Zack Tawatari. Guys, these Astros, things are good right now, but they will not always stay that way. So, what is the biggest concern you have as we approach the middle of August?
My biggest concern is always that last stretch of bad baseball, right? Is that out of there? Every year, there's a stretch in August that doesn't go well. In September, it kind of slows up. But the Astros have had so much runway in the past, right? They've had runway to lead the division. They've had runway to at least get into the postseason. And this is one of those stretches where they're starting to pull away with the series in Boston. But is that out of their system? Is the pitching ready to go? Is the offense going to stay productive? What happens when a Kyle Tucker comes back? It seems like he's going to be coming back here. How does that change the rhythm? So the bad baseball, if it's out of the way, it's good. If not, man, that can be a rough stretch.
This is an easy one for me. It's the back end of their bullpen. They only have a 62% save percentage. They're 14th in most blown saves, meaning they're only middle of the pack when it comes to actually converting saves. We've seen Ryan Presley continue to struggle in the 8th inning. Josh Hader, I don't know if this is the case, but anecdotally, it seems like he doesn't like coming into tie games. Seen a number of instances where that's the case. That scares me going down the stretch.
I worry about the starting pitching and the number of bullets in the chamber. Arrighetti, Blanco, Hunter Brown will again be approaching numbers that they have never seen before in their professional careers. And also, these Astros have a below 500 record against teams above 500.
Well, I'm going to say the offense, and only because I know that they got big bats, right? And they actually got one of the best batting averages as a team right now in the majors. But in the playoffs, we know that pitching is what really kind of matters most, and the game slows down. And then we've seen it in the last few years too. The Astros, they just can't get those hits. They can't push the runs across. They can leave men on base. And then that's when it gets really, really tricky for this team. So hopefully they stay hot, but down the final stretch, you never know when that comes into play.
Jeremy, do you want to get into lineup construction?
I just think my point's been proven. I think that we said earlier in the year, and I think I was wearing this jacket. I think earlier in the year I said, do you want to win games or hit somebody second just because you feel that way? And what happened is you put those people out of the 2 spot, Tucker included, and then wins start rolling in, right? And so what's carried a beleaguered pitching staff and a club that hasn't performed as they thought out of the gate, as we thought out of the gate.
Anybody
right?
thought. Right.
As what's carried that has been this offense that, man, when it's got somebody in the two spot who deserves to be there and the 3 spot who's comfortable and let guys fall into a rhythm, people can move the lineup along, get to the next guy, and be productive. That was missing for, 50 games of the year, 60 games of the year? It's nice to see that happening now.
Now, we posted on social media, Jeremy Booth taking your questions tonight, and John on X answering the call. He writes this: assuming Verlander is ready for the postseason, what would your playoff starting rotation be? So let's head over here to the big board for this one. Here are the starters. The question is, which order would you put them in for the postseason, Jeremy?
All right, so let me.
You can take this one or that one?
I got this one right here.
There you go.
All right, so, the small thing for me missed me at birth, so you're going to have to bear with me on the size here. So when it comes to how I'm going to list these guys out, I'm just established starter coming back on rehab. It's Verlander. Established starter Framber Valdez, who's excellent in the postseason most times. Kikuchi, who's coming here and been, let's just say, makes people forget about Joey Loperfido. Is that fair? Yeah. And then you've got a couple guys who have some innings limits. Rookie, and a second-year guy in Hunter Brown, who is, as you said, approaching those limits again. This is going to get fun. To me, my first guy, let me slide over here real quick. My first guy is Framber Valdez.
Yep.
He's one for me. 2, that's where it gets fun, is going to be Justin Verlander.
Yep.
Okay? 3 is going to be Kikuchi.
Yep.
And 4, for me, is going to be by committee. And the reason why is because he's in innings limits. But I'm going to go with Hunter Brown right now because that sinker has remade him into somebody that has been exceptional. He's changed my mind with what he can do as far as his ultimate role. He's settling into mid-rotation guy as it goes down the wire. So for me, he's going to be my 4, and I'm going to go ahead and let Blanco and Arrighetti fill in where I need to.
Does anyone have a different order than this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
Okay. I'm going with Justin Verlander, number 1, because Framber Valdez, in my opinion, unpredictable in game ones. I think I can rely on Justin Verlander's experience as a future Hall of Famer, an ace. However, I do go with Framber, number 2. I think he gives you the best chance to win out of all of the pitchers on this list. Now, number 3, I'm going with Hunter Brown, actually, because he's pitched exceptionally well. The question posed by Jason on X was, what if the playoffs started today? Ronel Blanco is out of my playoff rotation.
I don't think that was. He said, assuming Verlander's healthy. Verlander's not healthy right now, so that is not the question.
Okay. Well, I'm still going with Hunter Brown.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
I just want John to know that we're answering his question.
Because Ronel Blanco has not gone more than 5 2/3 innings in his last 4 starts. Yep. He's hitting that wall. Spencer Arguetti's hitting that wall. Hunter Brown's getting stronger. And Yusei Kikuchi gives you the best chance to win a game 3 or a game 4 out of the other starters left on this list, in my opinion.
Luis?
Well, you said earlier that I'm splitting hairs because I was asking, okay, is Justin Verlander in peak form or where is he, right? Because we know he's coming off of this injury. So I'm going to go with Framber first, just because, again, what Jeremy mentioned, Justin Verlander coming off of an injury, we don't know how he's going to be as far as in what form he'll be pitching, right? Then I will go with Justin Verlander just because, I mean, he's a legend. He's a future Hall of Famer. We know what Justin Verlander can do. Then I'm still sticking with who's been the best pitcher up until now, Ronel Blanco. I'm going 3 with him. And then, I understand that he may be hitting that wall, but with JV coming back, they go into the 6-man rotation potentially. Then maybe he gets some rest. And
good point.
I just think mentally, I think he's ready for this challenge. And then I'm going with Kikuchi as the 4th starter. I mean, he's looked great in his 2 starts. He's got, I think it's been 13 and 12 strikeouts respectively in his first 2 starts. So I think that's my rotation right there.
Jeremy, I like your lefty, righty, lefty. And I think that I'm siding with Jeremy on this one because I think that you didn't get Kikuchi. Certainly you got him to eat innings, but the way he's pitching and the type of stuff he has, I'm okay with. These are all good options, but I'm with you on that one, Jeremy.
So left, right. But when I'm putting together a playoff rotation, I'm remembering that 5 and 6, the guys that aren't, or 4, 5 and 6 in this board, as well as the guys in the bullpen, they're emergency help. They're right away. Postseason isn't getting to September, man. You're already in October. 1 inning, 2 innings can change the whole series. So I've got experience, no experience, second year, but innings limit still approaching, where I got fire coming behind these guys. I've got immediate help for a couple innings. I have what you should have had with Lance McCullers. That's what I got. You should have had that with Lance McCullers instead of burning him out the way that would happen. So experience, off balance, 3 different skill sets, 3 different arsenals, fire back here, and some guys that can protect. For me, that's the rotation with support and help coming out of that bullpen for all the reasons you mentioned. If you're not sure if Presley's going to be the guy in the 8th inning, and Hader doesn't like pitching in tie games, these are all, if that's all accurate, these are all concerns that you have to have when you're putting together a postseason rotation. As somebody who has scouted for the postseason, as somebody who has listened to scouts for the postseason, they're going to hunt guys like this because he doesn't know. They're going to hunt Arrighetti and Blanco. They're going to do that. They're not going to hunt a Kikuchi who's going to go ahead and find 98 on the black when he wants to. And if his pitch mix is different, which it's going to be here, and it already has been, you're going to see some better results. If you have Valdez, everybody knows in the league what you're getting with Framber Valdez. Everybody knows in the league what you're getting with Justin Verlander. And if I have to shorten the game with Verlander, yes, I know the question was assuming he's back, assuming he's healthy. If I got to shorten the game, somebody who isn't going to go 7 innings most nights anymore, then I want to have somebody like Arrighetti or Blanco who can turn the lineup over at least one time. So for me, Hunter Brown's got to pitch in that 4 spot. And if I get to a game 6, I've got Verlander. If I get to a game 7, I've got Kikuchi. I've got experience where then it's all hands on deck. So for me, if I'm Dana Brown and I'm Joe Spot, that's what I'm rolling out with.
All right, so John asked the question, and there's your answer. As always, Jeremy Booth, thank you for being on Sports Extra tonight.
Good to be back.